Coming up, we will be focusing on media center renovations, seniors applying to college, and new football coaches. Stay tuned! Hey Eagles, thanks for tuning in to the first newscast of the 2023-2024 school year. My name is Melissa Azarito, here to showcase this week's news. It's a new school year, which means there's a new cycle of seniors getting ready to apply to college if they are attending. Here's Lexi Padowitz to show more about what this process looks like and how seniors are doing it.
Seniors at MSD are getting ready to take the next step in their educational careers. As the deadline for college applications approach, students are facing unique challenges on their journey to higher education.
The hardest part of the college application process, at least in my opinion, is honestly just gathering all the information you have. Obviously the essay has to be a very strong topic that makes you stand out from other people, but also your resume and curriculum, just being able to word everything to appeal to certain places you want to get accepted into.
Well, I took the SAT once and I was happy with my score, but I had to study for weeks, and I tried really hard to get a good score on that, and I'm happy with my score, so it was very hard for me.
Although navigating the application process can be confusing, the Brace MSD advisor is here to help.
The Brace advisors at all the schools in Broward are basically college and career advisors, so anything to do with career paths, what you fit into, what you want to major in college, all those kind of questions, I can help you with that. And as well as all the college application processes, applying for admission, going through the financial aid process, looking for scholarships, all that kind of thing is what I'm here to help with.
With the help of Brace advisors like Mr. Congdon, students are able to enjoy their senior year of high school knowing their futures rest in good hands.
For senior year, I'm stuck between being excited for grad bash and prom. Both of them are really big events that are going to be in my high school life, and I can't wait to experience them.
This is Lexi Padowitz reporting for WMSD-TV News.
Along with the new year, football season is on, and a new coach has been welcomed to the MSD team. Let's take a further look.
My name is Keith Hinesley. I'm the head football coach for varsity, and I also oversee the entire football program. I also teach weight training and personal fitness for freshmen. This is my first year at MSD. This is actually my first year at a public school, so it's definitely a change and something I'm really excited about. Played in college at Louisiana Monroe, University of Louisiana Monroe. I played there, and then I went straight into coaching. I've been coaching football for 26 years, and I've been a head coach for 13 years at 2 different schools. I've been here actually coaching football since February. So I was hired as a football coach in February. So I've been on campus. We did weight training. I spent the spring football season with them, and then we were here all summer. So I've definitely have built some great bonds with me, myself, and my assistant coaches. I think the most important to them to be competitive, and a lot of competition, a lot of competitiveness, between the kids, and for the kids to learn, the game of football, and for them to compete. That's the most important thing I look for them to compete, so they can take that with them whenever they leave the school and go on into real life. My personal goals for them is to be able for them to learn all the things that I bring to the table from being a college athlete, coaching for so long, and then kind of sitting into that mentorship for these kids. And they're good kids, they work hard, and I enjoy being around it. I think the most important thing is consistency. Being consistent with where you're supposed to be, doing the right things, showing up on time. All that's going to do is make you a better person in life and make you successful when you get out in the real world and start working. And all of them will have an opportunity as long as their grades are good. That's the most important thing, because if you don't have the grades, you can forget about athletics. Football is probably the smallest part of our program. It's more about being a great human, being a respectful person, being able to work hard, and being very dependable. For them to be able to go out into the real world and make a living. That's the goal. That is the ultimate goal, because it's not easy. We're trying to give them the tools to be able to handle those type of situations.
Today, good practice, hydrate, starting now. It's going to be warm. We play at 5:30. So
The games are on at MSD. Here's a sports rundown of the past few weeks.
Hello, I'm Lucas Gonzalez, and welcome to the MSD Sportscast. Varsity football had 2 games, one of them a preseason game, and the other one to start up the season. Varsity football team lost their preseason game at home to Western. They put up a valiant effort, but they lost 2-41. Their lone 2 points come off a botched snap between the long snapper and the punter. The football team's second game at MacArthur was a much closer contest. The Eagles fought until the very end, but due to a lightning delay earlier, the game had to be called off early. The final score was 15-26, with MacArthur taking the win. The football team will look to get their first win of the season at Plantation September 8th. Volleyball also played, and on August 28th, they hosted Pines Charter. They were able to pull off a very convincing win, and the final score was 25-13. This is Lucas Gonzalez reporting from WMSD-TV News.
This school year, staff at MSD is doing things a little differently with senior privilege as they introduce the new 10-10-10 rule. Now, Tyler Shapins will tell us more about this new rule and what students and teachers think of it.
A new school year at Stillman Douglas brings some changes. One of the biggest changes is the introduction of the new 10-10-10 rule. The 10-10-10 rule makes certain students ineligible for senior privilege. This applies to students with more than 10 absences, sign-ins, or sign-outs, excused or unexcused, in a single school year. The rule has become a spark of debate among many students due to its strictness.
I'm against it because it doesn't always necessarily mean that you are skipping school. If you were genuinely seriously sick and you missed 11 days of school, well, now you can't do anything for senior year, so.
All students are being affected by this rule, regardless of grade level. Seniors will, naturally, also lose their privilege if they go over the limit. Nonetheless, the rule serves as encouragement for all students to practice attending school on a regular basis. Some students see the benefits in such a rule, seeing how it encourages more consistent attendance.
I think it benefits because it encourages kids like freshmen and sophomore to come to school more, be on top of school and come to school, don't be late to any of my classes,
Despite what students may think, the rule has good intentions. Senior privilege is earned based on several factors, including attendance. Senior privilege is meant to be a reward for good academic behavior, and this rule follows that ideology.
I think that students are thinking about their absences. Certainly, students get sick. We don't want students to come to school sick. However, those 10 absences will provide recourse if students do get sick, and then students really do need to be here unless it's an emergency or unless there is an illness involved.
While the 10-10-10 rule causes concern for some, it does accomplish its goal. Regular attendance is encouraged regardless of the rule. After all, senior privilege is indeed a privilege and must be earned. This is Tyler Shapins reporting for WMSD-TV News.
The policies are not the only things being changed at MSD. The Media Center has gotten some renovations over the summer. Let's learn about the new and improved library with Vincent Chulo.
The MSD Media Center has opened its doors to students for the 2023-2024 school year. Over the summer, this literary haven has received a few refreshing modifications, which can be noticed the moment you step inside.
We heard the last week of school, last school year, that they were going to be doing it in the summer, and we scrambled to get things out of the way because we knew they had to take out the carpet. The carpet is amazing. It just gives it a whole new renovated look.
New additions to the Media Center include a sound system, carpeting, and furniture rearrangements. These renovations help to make the library a more accommodating space for students.
I like about the Media Center how welcoming it is and how everyone here is so nice. The new renovations are very nice. My favorite part is probably how we took down some of the shelves and opened up the space more.
The introduction of these new refurbishments has made it easy to see the benefits that the Media Center has to offer for students at MSD.
You can see it already because this has, been a few days with kids here, and you can see they love the atmosphere. They're more comfortable. And the fact that we moved the steam tables, the Promethean boards facing a different direction, it's like a whole new media center.
The Media Center hopes to welcome students for a fantastic school year. This is Vincent Chulo reporting for WMSD-TV News.
And that's all for this week's news. Make sure to subscribe to see more school news like this. See you next time!